What's up, guys? Okay, I'm gonna cover why you must stop investing in real estate. But before we do that, please like and subscribe because that is the currency of YouTube and it is what makes the YouTube gods happy. So let's appease them. Go ahead and do it. All right, now, why? First of all, I hate the word investing in real estate. I know I use it, you use it, everybody uses it, but it's very confusing and I hate using it when we're talking, especially to people getting started. And here's why you gotta stop doing it. Because if you, like most, are looking to get into real estate, you're not investing in real estate. When we use the term investing, we're thinking of like a retail investor, like you invest in a stock. Investing in real estate, investing in a stock is not the same thing. When you invest in a stock or a retail investor invests in anything, basically they're giving their money and they're walking away. Now, that is appropriate as long as you aren't doing anything with the asset. This isn't direct investing, nothing. You're buying a stock, a bond, or whatever, in a startup company where you give some money, right, and you're walking away. But that's not what we're talking about. When people say, I invest in real estate, they're saying, I do real estate. But you're not investing, you're an operator, you're an owner. To some extent, you have to be engaged. And this term investing is very hands-off. And then we get into terms like passive. It's passive. This is confusing and it's a wrong way to go about it. You need to start looking at your investments as businesses that you are going to buy, manage, and operate in one way, shape, or form. You may hire a third-party operating company. You may work with other people to do it, but it's not an invest and walk away. You need to know what you're doing. You need to be hands-on and you need to learn. Real estate offers you a way to compound your money because of the disconnect of income to time. Now, a lot of people call that passive. I don't view it as passive. Let me explain. In real estate, we have the opportunity to drive a wedge between our time and our money. Meaning, I can do work, I can build value, I can purchase, and the income derived isn't correlated directly with my time. That doesn't mean there's zero time. A lot of people think it's passive and it just means I sit at home and watch Netflix. And that's not how it works. And then we have people saying,
that's not how investing works.
But then you're like, but that's what happens when I invest in a stock. With real estate, you can buy, manage, operate, work with others, then you can go do it again and again and again, because of the lack of correlation of income with your time. That's why it's so easily to scale, to build wealth, and that's the wonderful parts about real estate. But like businesses, you need to set it up so you can do that. You need to go into this in the mind that I'm buying and I'm operating a business, and I'm gonna set it up to where I manage it and I'm not actively engaged in it. But don't fool yourself that if you go out and buy 10 properties, that you just travel all the time and you don't do anything unless you set it up that way. And that's the same with business. If you start up a business, it's gonna take up your time unless you set it away so you can walk away from the business and it'll still operate, make money, and the revenue will increase and improve. This is the difference between successful real estate investors and ones that fail. They go into it and they build a business around the real estate. The real estate is the vehicle that allows them to get to their end goal and their objectives, and that may be a complete separation of time and income, meaning I have nothing to do. But that's not how it starts. People get into it and they build their portfolio, they build value, they build income. Most people, we actually need to create equity. We actually need to get a rise in that income from those assets so we can reinvest and compound it. One duplex doesn't set you free. You need to build more and you need to have a portfolio of growing income and equity. And you don't want that machine to stop. You need it to keep going, but you also don't want a job. That brings me to my 3 tenets of scale. And this is very, very important. You need to hire, delegate, or eliminate. Those are my 3 tenets. Why? Because once you get going and once you start doing, you need to look at all your activities that you're doing associated with your real estate, and you need to figure out where your time is spent, and you need to audit yourself every day. Look at that time being spent and see where you can eliminate, hire out, or automate, right? Hiring out, delegating, or eliminating. We're going to touch on these things briefly here, but it's really, really important. When you're automating things, you want to automate reoccurring activities that are very essential to the business. We think payment processing, things like that. Delegating This is different. Delegating are the functions that need to be performing to grow that business, to keep it moving on. That is not something that can be standardized. This is more dynamic functions to do with your real estate investing. This may be everything from doing maintenance. This may be acquisition processes, financing, right? You need to find partners, employees. You need to delegate that out. Now, the last one is eliminate. There's a bottom quartile of things that are not important and they're not necessarily hard. And too often that ends up consuming our lives. You need to get rid of all of that so you can focus on higher priority activities, the managing and overseeing of your business. This is how you separate yourself from your business or your investments while they keep growing, making you more money and wealthier. But remember, when you're getting into real estate, and especially commercial real estate, you're buying a business. You're not investing in it. You're building a business. You're not investing in one. The key is to buy and build your business and separate your time from your money so that the machine keeps going and keeps growing even when you're not there.